What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In this one, we're going to continue on the video that we posted last week. And on this one, we're going to have 25 ways to improve your life, tech edition. Okay, so last week I made a video with ways to improve your life that didn't revolve around your tech. And now in this one, we're going to talk about 25 ways to improve your life utilizing technology. All right. If you haven't seen the first one, please go watch it. I think you'll find a lot of benefit out of that. But also stick around for this one, okay? If you find value out of this video, consider subscribing, liking the video, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell, all that good stuff. All right, so let's get started. Way number one to improve your life with tech is to do everything digitally, okay? Apple Pay, paying your bills online, getting receipts, having your insurance card on your phone, things like that. I find just make things really easier for me. Like, I don't have to, if I forget my wallet and I go to the doctor, I already have my insurance card. If I leave my wallet and I need to pay for something, I can pay with Apple Pay, right? I don't have to write a check and mail it to the electric company. I can just pay online, right? So stuff like that makes things really much easier and much convenient. And so I think that is a fantastic way to improve your life. Number two, organize your phone, okay? However you want to do it. My home screen is very simple. It's just got messages, the camera, maps, and I think just like a widget. And I keep it very minimal. I can also see my wallpaper, and I also don't have any other pages like consecutive pages with all of my apps. I just use the app library that Apple has. But I've also seen it done where like one page will be all your work apps and one will be all your finance and baking and all that kind of stuff. That if that works for you, great, but just come up with some system that's organized where you know where every single app you need is at a given time. I'm a big fan of doing that as well. Number four, oh no, that's number three. This is going to be confusing. Hold on. Uh-oh, my list got messed up. There you go. Cool. Number three goes along with organizing your phone, and it's to delete apps that you haven't used recently. So prime thing, if you go through your phone and you're like, whoa, I have that app downloaded, delete it. It's just taking up space. Your brain sees it, your brain processes it, but it doesn't need to be there, right? If you don't use it very often, delete it. If you're trying to use it less, delete it. And if you need it, download it, do your thing, and delete it again, right? So that's a cool way to improve your life and just kind of reduce the mental load that your brain takes in, because we take in a lot of stimulation, right? Number four, same concept, is to organize your computer. And so for this one, I'm talking about like organizing your files in a way that works for you. So you know, like, oh, I need this file, oh, it's in that folder. Like by default, you just know where it is, right? Instead of like, okay, I need to find this document. Where did I save that one? Is it in this folder? No. What about this one? It's stressful to not know where it is. It takes time. Like, it's not efficient, right? So I'm a big fan of organizing your computer. Number five is to use the focus modes that come on iPhones. Androids, I don't know if you have something similar, but iPhones have what they call focus modes. So there's like there's sleep, and there's work, and there's personal, and I would definitely try them out, see how you like them. I definitely use the sleep one, so it automatically turns on and I don't get any more notifications at a certain time. I think it's like 9. I don't use the work one because of something I'll tell you about later, but I think work would be a good one so that you're not inundated with like just notifications galore, right? But I think those are very helpful. The focus modes are very helpful. Number 6 is to limit your screen time, okay? You know, all of us, we have way too much screen time, right? Us adults and even our children these days, it's pretty bad, right? And I'm definitely guilty of it. And I go to work and I look at a screen for 8 hours, and then I'm on my phone for 3 hours a day or something, and that's like 11 hours of screen time. It's like, dude, like, humans were not made for that, right? And so if you're similar, if you're doing more screen time, if you're doing less, like, I think all of us in general could use less screen time. So utilize the screen time features in the iPhone, or just actively, like, don't use your phone or something. But I think it would really do us good as a society to all just, like, get off our screens. Or if we all cut our screen time in half, imagine what would happen. Like, I don't know what exactly would, but I think a lot of good things would. Cool. 7 is to automatically update your apps. So there's a setting in the iPhone that you can find pretty easily, and it says that it's going to automatically update your apps. I'm a big fan of just having things up to date, and when there's a new software update for iOS, I download it right away, and I have automatic updates on my apps, so that you're not using outdated ones, or that when an app has bugs, you're not like, why the heck isn't this app working? It just makes things like you don't even notice that they're updating, and which is kind of why I think you should have them automatically update. 8, use a password manager. Okay, you can use the iPhone built-in one, you can use LastPass, you can use whatever you want to use. I really don't care, but use a password manager. Okay, it's so frustrating to go to a website and to put in what you think is the password for it to tell you that it's not. Then you have to forget your password, and then you got to reset it, and then just get a password manager, input all your passwords into it, and just see how your life is so much easier when you go to that website and it's like, here's your password, you click on it and it logs in on the first try. I mean, it's so good. Okay, that is a big one. That's personally for me, like, I am the password king. All right. Number 9, it also has to do with passwords, and it's to change them periodically. Okay, you don't have to change them super often, but every couple of months I would change them, and just make sure they're long, make sure they're secure, make sure they're not your birthday or something, something simple like that. Make sure they're a random string of characters. If you use LastPass, there's a password generator, or you can go to I think it's passwordsgenerator.net. And they can generate a password for you. iPhone will spit one out for you as well. So just use those, right? I'm a big fan of using those. All right, number 10 is a concept called unfollow parties. Okay, unfollow parties is where you go to each of your social media platforms that you use, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever else you use, and really combing through the people that you follow and the people whose content you consume, and deleting those that you don't want to follow anymore. If somebody continuously posts content that makes you feel a certain way that's negative, get rid of them. Like, you don't have to follow everybody, and you don't have to follow that guy from high school 12 years ago. And I guess the bigger overarching idea is that you want to really limit what you take in, and you have control over who you follow and, like, the kind of stuff, the kind of content that you take in. And so if somebody is not uplifting you or providing you some sort of value, get rid of them. Don't follow them. Just unfollow them. Who cares, right? And so I do that one periodically as well. Number 11 is to turn off notifications. And so I was talking earlier about focus modes and how I don't use the work focus mode because of something else. The something else is that I turn off 95% of my notifications. I'll get text messages, but aside from that, I don't get Instagram notifications. I don't get Facebook notifications. I don't get email notifications. I check my email manually. And it's just less distraction for me throughout the day, right? It's less picking up my phone because it vibrated. It's less checking my watch because it vibrated. And I'm a big fan of that too. I realize I say I'm a big fan a lot. It's just because I am, okay? I think a lot of us would do well to turn off 95% of our notifications, and you're not even going to notice that, like, oh yeah, I didn't get all those notifications today. Your brain will thank you. Okay. Number 12, inbox zero. Okay, I'm a big fan of inbox zero as well. Okay, if you look at my inbox at any given time, there is 0 emails in my inbox unless I haven't gone through it yet. Okay. Again, it's a lighter mental load, because when you open your inbox and it's just inundated with messages, and some are read, some are unread, and it's kind of unmanageable, your brain is just like, what the heck, right? So as much as you can, get down to inbox zero. Okay, so number 13 and 14 are going to be related to that. So number 13 is going to be use email filters. So figure out how to make filters on Gmail. That's what I use, or whatever platform you use. They can all do it. And if you get emails constantly from the same vendor, same type of email, filter them so that they don't even make it to your inbox. Okay, if you're paying people on Venmo a bunch, right, and Venmo always sends an email that says you sent $10 to so-and-so, I filtered those out. I don't want to see them. I know I sent $10. I don't need that email. If I do, I have a Venmo folder, right? The mental load is just way reduced if you filter out all the emails that you get on a consistent basis that don't really need to be in your inbox. All right, cool. So that is email filters. So number 14 is going to be to unsubscribe from the emails that you don't even read. Okay, all of us at some point or another sign up for a website, and then they start emailing you, and we never do anything with those emails. Okay, literally, like, come on, be honest with me. You don't do anything with those emails, right? I don't either. So go through, take a day, unsubscribe from all the ones that you don't need in there so that they don't keep coming in, right? It's kind of like the whole unfollow parties on Instagram and whatnot. You can control what comes into your email inbox. It might feel like overwhelming and uncontrollable just because there's so many, but if you take a day, or if you take a week and you do it for like 20 minutes a day and break it down and just unsubscribe constantly from different sites, over time you'll get to a point where you're not getting unwanted emails, right? And I think that is a fantastic thing to do as well. I think we're on number, what are we on? 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, on number 15, there's a feature on Gmail. I don't know if the other platforms do it. I imagine they would, but on Gmail, I set up a daily agenda email to be sent to me every single day. And it sends it to you, whatever's on your calendar, as of 5 a.m. that morning. It will send you an email and say, hey, this is what you got going on today. And so it'll say, like, you got to go to work, and then after work you have a dinner reservation, whatever you have planned, right? I'm a big fan too of kind of just having a high level overview of what's going to go on throughout the day. And so you wake up and you're kind of just chilling, and you're eating your breakfast, drinking your coffee, and you check and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to go to work, and then after that I've got physical therapy, and then I got a dinner, and then I'm going to go home, like whatever the case may be. So I think that's a really cool feature that Google has. I think if you just Google like daily agenda email, the instructions will pop up for you. 16. Okay. Where's number 25? I remember it anyways. Okay. 16 is a lot of this goes with controlling what you consume. And so 16 is manage your YouTube subscriptions. My YouTube subscriptions are purposefully very small. I think I follow maybe 10 people, and one of them is myself on like a different account. Is that embarrassing to admit? But if you're watching somebody and you like their content, by all means subscribe, right? If you're watching somebody and over time you realize you're watching them less, and in fact you don't care for their content anymore, unsubscribe. And you know, their content is still gonna find its way in front of you on the homepage, and if down the line you click on a video of theirs and you're like, hey, okay, like I do like this person's content, then resubscribe, fine. But if your subscriptions list is just like hundreds and hundreds of channels long and you don't watch any of them except for like 2, just get rid of them. get rid of them. Okay, it just feels like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Like if you've ever heard of people getting rid of physical stuff, like hoarders, and they just get rid of stuff and they feel like a weight has been lifted off their shoulders, it's the same thing. Like now we have to worry about digital stuff, and if there's too much of it, you'll just feel like it's all on top of you. But if you get rid of it, then it feels like a weight off your shoulders. So I would do that. Number 17 is to buy iCloud storage. And it's not because I like iCloud so much. This is more of just for a peace of mind type of thing. Just buy too much storage so that you don't ever have to worry about running out, because it's a pain in the butt if you're constantly running out of storage, right? And so iCloud storage is like $3 a month for, I think, 2 terabytes or 1 terabyte, which is 200 gigabytes. Wait, that's an insane amount, 200 gigabytes. And I think if you go up to like $5 a month or $10 a month, you can get like 1 or 2 terabytes. That is insane as well. That's like extra insane. Okay, I'm a big fan of just paying the money for the peace of mind, knowing that your phone is never going to have storage issues. All right. Oh, I see what happened to my list. Oh, okay. We're going to have to think of one on our feet. Okay. So number 18 is to buy a tempered glass screen protector for your phone. All right. These things are not cheap, right? And I know they're made of like glass and aluminum or whatever they're made out of, and they're supposedly durable, but have you ever dropped a phone and cracked the screen? Because I have. Pay the $10, get a 2-pack or 3-pack of tempered glass screen protectors, and I've dropped one flat, and then I was like, oh no, like the screen is broken. But then I realized I had a screen protector, took off the screen protector, and the original screen's good as new, right? Like didn't even budge. So that is a great thing for peace of mind as well. Number 19 is periodic declutters of your phone. Okay, so maybe you have a buildup of text messages, maybe you have a buildup of emails, maybe you download apps for one-time use and then you just kind of they stay on your phone. Maybe you have a full voicemail, maybe whatever the case may be. Like just delete stuff. Deleting stuff is my favorite thing in the world. It just makes you feel so good because you're like, I don't need that, get out of here, right? So number 19 is to periodically declutter your phone, and I think that's just a good life rule in general. Declutter your house periodically, right? Number 20 is to invest your money automatically. Okay, so take the time, figure out how to set up your paycheck to take money for your 401k or whatever retirement plan you have. Figure out how to connect your bank account so that on a certain day, your investment account knows, okay, I'm going to grab this percentage from your checking account and put it in this account. Figure out a way to do that. Automate it. It's a fantastic thing for us to do, especially as young people who have a lot of time. And I know the economy is like tanking right now, and there's a recession and bear markets and all this stuff. Now for us young people is a prime time to buy, okay? Because the economy is not going to stay down for forever, right? It's eventually, it might take a little while, but eventually it's going to go back up, okay? And if we're buying now, if something is cheaper now and worth more in the long run, then we make money, right? So figure out how to invest automatically, and that way you don't have to remember to do it either, and it's on autopilot. All right, number 21, use Tile or an AirTag for your keys. I have one on my keys, and I don't lose my keys very often, and now that I've said that, I'm gonna lose them today, I bet. But I have my Tile on it so that I can find it easily. It's a pain in the butt. You're trying to leave, you're in a rush, you can't find your keys, and you're like, where the heck are they? But if you have a Tile on it, you just go boop boop boop, and it rings them, and you find them, and you leave, right? It's a peace of mind thing. It keeps them safe. If you lose them, you can kind of try to figure out where they are, right? It's a good thing to do. Number 22, buy a robot vacuum. Okay, if you're like me, you hate cleaning, but you know that things need to be cleaned. And so I bought a robot vacuum like a year and a half ago, and it's the best investment I ever made. Okay, and you can tell I'm getting fired up about this robot vacuum. I named him. His name is Julio. He does a great job. He never complains about anything, but he is fantastic because I can leave the house, I can come back, and he has vacuumed the house twice. And it's just, I live in a small place, so maybe he's not going to vacuum your house twice if you're in a big place, but mine's like 600 square feet. But that guy is amazing. Okay, it feels very good to leave the house, come back, and you've done chores, you've cleaned. So invest in a robot vacuum, unless you like vacuuming for some reason, which if you do, you're weird. Okay. All right, 23. Add people's birthday to their contact in your phone so that you never forget again. I have every single person's birthday that I know in my phone. That way, on the day, I see a little blurb. It's so-and-so's birthday. Boom. Text them, hey, happy birthday. Right? Rather than, oh yeah, shoot, when is that person's birthday? How old are they turning? I already have it in my phone, right? I think that's a cool thing to do as well. Number 24. Always keep your devices charged. Okay, me and my girlfriend talk about this a bunch, but it's one of my biggest fears in life. I don't know how people did it without cell phones, and that's the most like first world problem or sentence, but I would hate to like be driving and get a flat tire and my phone is dead. I can't call AAA. I don't know how to fix a flat tire, and you know, to have to walk somewhere and ask to borrow a phone, whatever, you know. And the other thing too is like if you're trying to call somebody, we don't remember phone numbers anymore. Like it just goes in the contacts, and like you don't memorize your friend's phone number like you did back before cell phones were a thing, right? So always keep your devices charged. Don't leave the house with like 10% battery. Okay. Number 25. I'm thinking of this on the spot. If you like them, buy colored lights, like the light bulbs, the Philip Hues, or I have like nano leaf lights that change colors and you can play different scenes. So like there's like a sunset scene, so it starts like brighter and then it turns more yellow as the sun goes down, and then you can get like shades of pink in there. The other color scheme that we like is the psychologically calming blues, which are just really nice to have in your room. They're really fun and kind of just like you can play with the color psychology and the way it makes you feel, and they're really awesome. So I would recommend investing in a couple of those, and just kind of, if you've never gotten things for like a smart home, then that can just be like your introduction into smart home stuff. So that is the video. That was 25 ways to improve your life, tech edition. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed some of those tips. If you did, consider sharing the video with somebody you think would also get some benefit out of this. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. If you haven't watched last week's video on 25 ways to improve your life non-tech version, I would recommend you go watch that as well. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye.